Okay, guys, I am back with the final Tekken 8 Season 2 video. I mean, okay, here's the thing. I wasn't planning to play this game until Season 3 came out, but I think it was around like January 25th. I don't remember what happened. I think it was like I was watching Conflict stream, and I was like, damn, maybe I should hop in and play Lars for a bit. And then I was playing, and I got to GoD1, and I was like, okay, maybe we'll stop here. But anyways, I just want to talk a bit about Tekken, dude. I hate that it's like, man, I still have to keep up with Tekken. It's Tekken, man. That shit is too good, bro. Anyways, let's talk about some things before we get into this tier list, okay? Before Season 3 comes out. I will say I was gonna do another Tekken 7 video. It did come out. I made another Tekken 7 video that came out after my first one. It was like Tekken Throwback, but there were some like issues when I was recording that I didn't notice until the whole video went up, that it was just like all the frames are frozen, and I was just like, oh well, fuck it, I don't want to make another video because it was like a 1 hour video, and this one will probably be too, but it was like a 1 hour Tekken 7 video, and I was like, man, I do not want to talk about all that again. That's too long, so I didn't make it. Anyways, that's it about Tekken 7. I want to talk about TWT really quick and Season 3 and so on and so forth, right? Personally, TWT. Hey man, I can't believe it took them this long to get like good gameplay of Tekken 8. Like, I'm not even joking. It's so hard to see where you can actually start to see elements of Tekken in the game, like actual core Tekken in Tekken 8, and it wasn't showcased until now. You know how bad that fucking sounds? You're telling me it took you 2 years to finally be like, yeah, I think this is some Tekken, this is some real Tekken, you know what I mean? It's so crazy. Like, I'm not even like, I just can't think of anything as cool as like Keisuke like fucking wave dashing and like, what was it, like Bilal's face, and he just didn't know what to do. He just had to respect it because it's fucking Kazuya, you know what I mean? Like, that was the coolest thing. No heat was popped, but occasionally I did feel like when there's Anna on the screen, it's like, man, this like literally makes Tekken look so dog shit, you know what I mean? I think occasionally it did feel like, oh man, this is just some typical mashing Tekken 8 shit. But for the most part, I really felt like, wow, this TWT was the only time they could showcase like real Tekken. Oh man, the other thing that I thought was so sad was there was still no rip at TWT. I think Logan was okay, but I don't think Logan has the same like charisma as Rip did, in my personal opinion. Logan was okay, but this is really weird. This is a weird gripe, but the one gripe I don't like that Logan kept saying was, do rock paper scissors in your own time. I was like, who the fuck says in your own time when rock paper scissors? He could have been like, all right, rock paper scissors, you guys. Like, that's it. Like, I just think he said in your own time. Every time someone came up, it was just like, oh, it's so much, dude. Anyways, let's go back and talk about some other TWT shit, right? I thought it was really crazy how there was so much character variety, and the fact that Nobi did really good with Lars, and I was usually a really big doubter, okay? There was so much character variety. I don't even know how much there was. I think every character was showcased at one point in like LCQ and all, so I thought that was pretty interesting, you know? Even in like top 8, everyone was kind of using a different character, or top 20 even. There's like, what, at most like 2 Bryans and like maybe 2 Annas, maybe 3 Annas actually, but everyone was kind of like sticking to their own guns, which I thought was cool, you know what I mean? That was like, I think that was one thing that really made this TWT like stick out a lot, okay? And it felt like Tekken 7 in my opinion, which is like the core Tekken in my opinion. Another thing that I thought was really interesting was like, because this was such a big event for Tekken, I'm like, man, it's just like, I don't know how they would get the player base to play like this. You know, even when I was climbing up to GoD1, I was surprised that it was pretty simple. It was too easy. I mean, that's probably because, you know, the good player base climbed up and I just haven't played for a while, so it was pretty easy. But it was
The
like,
only thing we can do is overwhelm this
man,
guy.
it's so hard to see people in like the majority of the player base play like respectful Tekken, like TWT. I mean, you don't have to, because you know, you could say that I'm not forcing you to do it when you're facing me, or like your opponent isn't doing it, but it's like people just don't play like this because they don't have to, you know what I mean? But like the fact that TWT showcased like, oh man, we have to play like this, is what made that so cool, because everyone knew what was at risk, you know what I mean? That was tight. Anyways, Korea #1. I can't believe Korea won, dude. I thought it was so crazy. It was like Korea versus Pakistan, and then it would be like you have to region kill, and then Korea versus Pakistan again, then region kill. It was like a pattern. I thought it was pretty sick. But anyways, LowHigh winning with Bryan, man, they need to nerf that motherfucking character, bro. I can't believe he literally just won, like, just by doing taunt setups. And what is Malgo gonna do? He's literally just playing the game. He's just blocking. But because he can't fucking block with taunt setups, that shit is cheap, dude. So fucking cheap. Anyways, I thought the other thing that I thought was really cool about TWT was how there's that other Pakistani player. I don't remember his name. It's like Umami Dabasi or something like that, dude. I don't know his name. I thought it was his name was like, I don't fucking remember, dude. The only thing I remember would be like Yo Mama Da Baby or something. Like it just has B's and M's in there. You know what I mean? I don't know his name, but I thought that he was like a surprise player that was hella good. I was like, he defeated Knee and he defeated Arslan. So who is really able to stop him? Well, I guess LowHigh did, or whoever killed him and deleted him off the tournament. But I was like, damn, he was able to beat like the two top players of Tekken like easily. He's just like, oh shit, man, this is like another day's work, and he just like went on this day. I thought that shit was crazy. I was like, man, Yo Mama the baby's like hella good. I think he's definitely someone that everyone needs to keep an eye on for like next generation like Tekken or some shit, bro. Like that was pretty nice. Anyways, let's talk about some season 3 stuff that they showcased in TWT, right? I know it's really bad to like do predictions, but like it's Tekken, man. I care about this shit too much. I have to. Okay, here's one thing that I thought was really interesting. If you go back and watch the trailer for season 3, they showcased no heat whatsoever in the gameplay. I thought that Reina showcased heat move, but it was really, they just gave her the heat move that she usually does, and I thought that was pretty interesting. So I was like, did they remove heat? It's possible that they don't know what they're doing anymore. Okay, there's another reason why I also speculate like heat might be removed, is because they say, hey guys, we are adding a new feature, and it's like dev feedback portal or some shit, and this pretty much concludes that they have no idea what the fuck they're doing with each character. But I think that's okay, because they're finally listening to the player base for once. Okay, so I think that's really good. Good job, devs. But yeah, man, I haven't seen any heat, and I just think it's very interesting how they're giving feedback. I don't know how feedback would really work. I just saw it on the what is it, the news thing that they released. I'll just put a picture here, but this news thing is like, yeah, we'll listen to you guys, and we'll try to like refine the characters, is what they call it, and try to make the characters that character, which I thought was like, man, I guess you guys, it kind of like, they kind of just admit like, okay, we don't really know what any character is anymore. We kind of made everyone the same, so you guys have to tell us how to do this shit. So I guess, I mean, it might be the way to do things now. Anyways, the other thing that I thought was pretty, like, I'm not gonna say it's bad, but I think it could be better, is the rank reset. Okay, I don't care that I got the GoD1, but I think the fact that if you're like God of Destruction, you go back to Tekken King, that's pointless. Okay, because you're gonna go back up so fast. Like, what's the point of grinding? I personally think rank reset should be like completely flat. Like, everybody starts at fucking wood ranks and beginner, because it's a whole new season. Every character is going to be changed, and apparently this season is back to basics, right? If you're going back to basics, everything should be back to basics. Like, even a rank, the most basic rank, beginner rank. Okay, I think this is just better, because dude, you're getting exposed to all types of play styles, and you're exposing play styles to new people for this season to make something happen, right? So not only are you teaching the opponent, but the opponent is also teaching you, which creates new play styles, like, you know, new ways to play in season 3. So why would you not start at Hwoarang and start at the beginning? You know what I mean? If you lose as a player, you have replays to learn about this. And, you know, like, why would you not just rank reset everybody, you know? If you win, okay, yeah, you'll climb up eventually and you'll meet, like, you know, tougher players. But starting everyone at God is kind of like, or a Tekken King is just kind of like, I think it's just dumb, because you're just going to climb up so fast. It's going to be like, oh man, I have nothing to grind anymore because no one's at the top with me. There's no player base up here anymore. It's kind of like what's happening once you hit like God 1, right? God 1, God 2, it's just like, well, no one's really on tonight. I have no one to play with, so I don't know why they would do that. I think it's a bad idea. Anyways, now let's talk about the characters, okay? I think we're gonna jump into the DLC characters for season 3. I think Kunimitsu is probably gonna be nerfed, but she's still gonna be hella strong. Like, Tekken 7 Kunimitsu had everything. Like, she had the best movement, the best punish, the best pressure, best string mind games, like everything. But in Tekken 7, she was still heavily underutilized. Could you imagine that? You have a character so good and so streamlined that there are so many aspects of her that are still underutilized. Everyone kind of pigeonholed into one build because it was really effective, but there wasn't really like a Kuni specialist, in my opinion, right? There is still so much things that was unexplored. She literally had moves that would dodge 50-50s. Like, she had like up back 3, and that was like a huge jump, like a huge like sidestep a right jump. It's so good, and you can punish anything, right? Her combo damage was also not, I don't think that it was to the best, because she had a dragon punch 2, or what is it, like, you know, what do you call that, like a wave dash 2? I don't remember what the fuck you call it, man. I haven't played Tekken in so long. But it's like, you know, Kazuya's electric wind god fist. I don't fucking remember what that kind of crouch dash 2, that's what it's called. She had a crouch dash 2 that was 14 frames too, and that shit was really good. And you could easily climb up to 80 damage plus with no wall, and no one ever did that in Tekken 7's lifespan, because they're like, why the fuck would we do that? That's too much work, when I could just down forward 2 and do some like easy shit, you know what I mean? So I think that Kunimitsu, when she comes into Tekken 8, it's possible that they might make her a bit, you know, much more nerfed, but like they might just, how should I say this? They might just simplify her in a way that doesn't make her as good anymore, but she's still strong. You know, she still has the very streamlined tools that she still has from Tekken 7, but she's just not going to be as like giga crazy as she was in Tekken 7, where she just had so many options that no one utilized it. You know, they're just going to pretty much streamline her, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Like, cut out all that useless shit, but we'll see. Now, I think Bob, if you guys don't know, Bob is the best Mishima, and I'm pretty sure when he comes into Tekken 8, he's going to be the best Mishima out there, with counter hits, flash punch, everything. Like, he literally had everything that a Mishima wished to had. I think the crazy thing about Tekken 8 is that they're probably going to make him have like a hunger install. Like, could you imagine if he's like, oh man, I used this move, so now I'm Slim Bob, I need to eat food, and then once I eat food, I'll be able to be like Fat Bob and do like the cool shit, you know what I mean? I think that would be crazy. Like, that shit would be fucking hilarious. So cheap, I don't know, dude. What kind of, he might be like that drunk guy in Virtua Fighter where he has to like drink and shit, you know what I mean? I think that'd be pretty cool. Anyways, let's move on to Roger Jr. I'll be honest, I don't know shit about Roger Jr. because like I never studied Tekken when he was around. All I know is that he has like a really good like 10 frame punish, and he has like a good crouch dash 1 or something like that that hits grounded, and it's hella good. That's it. I don't know shit about Roger Jr. other than he's fighting with his dad this time. I think their design looks pretty nice though. Anyways, the fourth character. everyone knows it's gonna be a guest character, but the one thing that I really hope is that it is not like Kiryu from like fucking Yakuza or anything. I hope it's like a completely different genre. I was thinking like Jinx from like fucking League, but she's already in 2XKO, and 2XKO is fucking like cringe. So I mean, I just wish it's like something like from a different genre, like bring Genji from Overwatch or something. You know what I mean? Okay, hear me out. We need the game to keep growing. Doing this will allow new players to come play the game, right? See, growing player base. Anyways, that's all I want to talk about. You know, TWT in season 3 and so on and so forth. So let's talk about this tier list. I'm gonna try to go through this kind of like fast, just because this will get to like a 3-hour video if I really wanted it to. But overall, in this tier list, I still think that Tekken 8 overall has everyone be too strong. It's just, I would say that top 5 is still hard to say like this is the best character, but like I could say this is like good characters, like top 5 characters for sure, in no order. But bottom 5, I think I could say, okay, there might be an order because I faced them and I only played Lars. Okay. Anyways, let's go, right? So we're gonna start with the bottom. This is just gonna be, what is it, a good character or a lot of work. There's one character, is Devil Jin. I still think that he is super contradictory and neutral and has too much work. I personally think that laser scraper mix-up is so pointless because you have to do it so up close, and the mix-ups are like, so what? You do a high, you're -9, and you push me like somewhat back, but it's not that bad. I don't care if you do the mid too, because I can sidestep right the follow-up or do like a 10 frame punish after. So it's useless. And then like if he's far away, like I don't care if you do up forward 1. That shit is not going to touch me. I'm just going to dash block. You know what I mean? I don't know, man. He's just a weird character. It's just, I don't know. He has no good counter hits. Down back 2 is like an okay counter hit, but like, is it back 4 or like, you know, his steel pedal? Who cares? That shit is so slow. It's just so bad. I think Morning Crow is okay, but Morning Crow is only effective when he's in heat. If he's not in heat, that shit's useless, in my opinion. It's just, it's like whatever. It's whatever. Anyways, that's Devil Jin. I think he's the worst character. Too much work, too much execution, contradictory. Alright, next, bottom 2. I think Azucena. I think Azucena is better than Lars in the matchup, you know, like in the matchup, but if she were to fight all the other characters, I think she might struggle a bit. Okay, I think she's just too much work. She can't really do anything with plus frames. This is sort of like a reiteration of my previous tier list, but I still think it still follows the same thing, her same issues. And the thing about Azucena is that you have to have so much character knowledge to know when you can parry, when you can back sway. It's just like she's too much work, dude. And then not only that, but her plus frames are kind of bad, right? But her pokes, she has to like keep you in check, and if she keeps you in check, she might lose her turn at the same time. You know what I mean? So it just doesn't feel like, she's kind of like Lars, where okay, if I have plus frames, but if I do one thing next and you happen to catch me or block it, I might just lose my turn immediately, and then that's it. Then I have to just play defense, and that's it. I think her heat is also trash. You don't really do anything other than you go in stance, and what else do you have? Just the highs that I could duck. That's not jailing. Like, that's it. This is nothing cool. So Azucena is too much work and too much knowledge that you have to play her. And now the bottom 3. I think Lars. Okay, Lars is the 3rd worst character just because I think his neutral game sucks. Okay, he has no good mids that are fast enough to be scary, and he has like wild running 3. But that's so linear. You can sidestep it all the time. I think back 1 also sucks. Like back 1's okay, but you're only +4, and he has no plus frames to follow up with that. If he hits you with the back 1, you could backdash, and that negates like everything he does afterwards. So it's useless. You know what I mean? All his lows are really risky as well, and they're not rewarding. Okay, they're not rewarding. I just can't believe Nobi had the balls to play Lars and didn't even do like typical Lars shit. He just kept mashing. he just kept doing visual clutter shit. But if he faced, like, I know he's at the top, like, he's like, you know, top player, top Tekken player. I don't know, man. That shit just did not work for, like, against, like, really good players like Ulsan. Like, okay, he did it in the regionals, but, like, if he were to fight, I forgot who else he fought. But they just kind of, like, shut that shit down. Like, occasionally he might get a game or so, but that shit is just a bunch of fake setups, man. Like, they were playing very safe and respectful, which allowed him to do all that. It's just so weird. I don't know how to explain it, but as like a Lars player, that shit's some fake shit, bro. But if you get it, you get it. You know, you take what you can. That's all. I think the other thing about being a Lars player is that he's only good at punishing, so you have to have a lot of knowledge as well, right? A lot of knowledge, and his pressure is somewhat risky. When I say risky pressure tools, it's like his plus frames or his checks are somewhat risky. It's kind of like, okay, if you block it or you sidestep it, I die or I lose my turn. I could be -9 or you can punish me and I'm dead. That's it. But yeah, I think Lars is okay, but he just needs one hatchet kick in neutral, and he'll be like goated as fuck. Then he's okay. He's a good character. I think the other thing is that his heat, it's not bad. Heat is the only time he can actually create pressure and do the most damage. But as soon as heat is over, he's kind of done for, and he has to play really bad neutral. That's it. All right, now 4th worst character. I think it's really bad to say this is the 4th worst character because Keisuke was playing him, but it's Kazuya, okay? The only reason why I think Kazuya is hard is because you have to just have so much fundamental knowledge. Like, Keisuke's been playing Kazuya for like long ass time. If you know how to control the momentum and the waves, okay, yeah, you might be going somewhere. But I think most Kazuya players don't really understand the amount of shit that you have to do to get him to be like very successful, you know what I mean? It's just pretty much knowing how to pressure by doing nothing. That's it. Just wave dashing, just staying in their face. Occasionally do like a down back 4. I think he is a very interesting case of having fundamentals and having pressure, you know, by just standing there or like just doing like electrics. You have to have execution to pressure people. Be like, oh shit, this guy actually has execution. I might have to be, you know, play a bit careful. That's it. I personally feel like Kazuyas are kind of like a mixed bag. It's kind of like, okay, this might be a really good Kazuya who can do crazy Kazuya things, or it might just be like a somewhat typical Kazuya who will do 50-50s, and if I guess one thing right, I'll be okay. He just doesn't have like a get out of my face move. And I think his, like I said earlier, his heat is like, oh yeah, I might be able to just play my game a bit better. My 50-50s. I'm still Kazuya though. You could just play the same thing that I did before. You know what I mean? But Kazuya is like, I think Kazuya could be S for sure. Like just normal S, not S minus, just normal S. If you're a good player, that's it. Now, I think 5th worst is Heihachi. Okay, Heihachi's kind of like the same thing as Azucena and Lars, as I said before. He does have a lot of damage, but like he loses his plus frames very easy. It's just you have to wait a lot for moments for you to capitalize on, right? Like what, I don't know what else he could do. He could do like Electro Wind Godfist, but he pushes you away. Then he's like, oh shit, I don't really got shit to do now. Nice arc blast. He does like a down forward 1-2. He's like -9, pushes you away. He's like, oh shit, I got nothing to do now. You know, and it's a lot of waiting. And I think it's very hard to find openings with him unless you go to like you get like a good like 4-4-3 or whatever the fuck that move is that makes people go to crouch. Other than that, he's just like, his lows are okay. I think the only good low he has is the Hell Sweep mix up. Other than that, he's like, he's okay. I think if he's gonna be like get out of my face, it's this, his get out of my face tools are very underutilized and kind of like you have to have a really good read, right? It's just his while standing 2 and his like, I don't know what the command is, but his like parry heat thing. Is it like back 1+2 or something like that? I think that one's good, but it's very risky at the same time. So I think Heihachi's like, okay, you have to have Giga execution and be super defensive to play a good Heihachi. Right. Now we're gonna jump into
Alright, I can't do this.
S, right?
This
so
atrocious.
S is this,
I can't sidestep.
or like S minus. I think the first one is Paul. Okay, I think Paul is still really underutilized. Like, you don't fight good Pauls until you probably hit like God. Or God, or even God of Destruction is like a mix-up. Like, sometimes you might play against like Boomer Pauls who just do like, you know, forward 2-1, or like, you know, Demo Mans and shit, like just random crouching and neutral. But like, if you fight good Pauls once in a while, they have like okay neutral, they know how to play neutral, but it's a lot of waiting. It's a lot of waiting with Paul, and I think he's just really still underutilized. He has a lot of get out of my face moves too. Okay, here's the thing. I think Hexmark was just like, man, he played too defensive, man. Like, there are times that I felt like Hexmark, just because the way Paul is, he couldn't do anything really, because it's just the way Paul is in this game. He has to just play defensive, and he can't take his turns. He has to just,
I don't know.
he has to just have good defense, like, and that's really risky in this game, you know. But when he does have his turn, okay, I'm gonna do damage. And that's it. That's why Paul's up here. I think Paul's possible to be A, but he's S minus just because the amount of damage he could do is insane. That's it. Now the next player, Eddy, or next character I should say, is Eddy. I think Eddy is just like Kazuya, but for like babies. He literally is just the 50-50 machine, and I think what's even crazier is that he can hit confirm in his heat. So, or you know, with his heat move or whatever the fuck it is. I think it's just, that shit's broken, bro. And his heat smash is tracking. You can't sidestep that. So he's like literally Kazuya, but you don't have to do much. And his neutral is 10 times better than Kazuya. Like, down forward 2 game is really good. He has a G-Clef cannon that's really good. I think the thing that pisses me off about Eddy the most is that he has moves where he just will go in your face and hop into his like next stance. I don't know what it is, but it's like he presses like 2 or whatever. It's like a shoulder move, and he just lays down in front of you, and you have to just sit there and take the fucking mix up because it's Eddy, dude. I think that's why Eddy's cheap. So Eddy's S minus. Also 4-4-3, really broken, really cheap. Now next character, I think Victor, right? Victor is just a better Lars. He just has like better. I think his down forward 1 is good. Right, you don't. It's scary enough. It's so scary. He has a good parry, and all his heat moves are pretty good. I don't know shit about this character, bro. Like, I just don't know where you go wrong with that. And I think his gun move is fucking cheap. I forgot who Naria shot in lower LCQ, but she must shot that motherfucker from like range 5 or range 4 or some shit, and just ended the game right there. That shit was tight, dude. And then okay, here's the thing, Victor, in my opinion, is literally has an EXDP. He's like Akuma. He has like, what is it, up 1+2 in heat, teleport up top, and you crash down on the motherfucker. And that shit does chip damage too. Like, if they block it, right? He killed, like, was it Farzine who killed Chikarin with that move? That shit was so good, dude. He had a good read, wake up EXDP, and he killed that motherfucker, bro. Like, you just don't see shit like that in Tekken. And I think that's one thing that Victor has that is really good. Really good. It's just cheap-ass EXDP. And he has really good chip damage in heat. Usually, I feel like Victor's good. Like, he's a way better Lars because you have to just respect him when he goes to stance. And he has a mix-up out of his moves and stance. You have to just sit there and you have to block. Like, should I punish now? Should I punish later? He's too good, dude. He's too good. Just good chip damage and good tools. Like, get the fuck off the floor. Good strings. Like, oh shit, should I duck? Should I punish here? He's good, man. I think Victor's good. Now, next character is Lee. I think Lee is... he's just good, but no one uses him because he has no swag, bro. This motherfucker got no swag, man. This motherfucker is just so whack. Like, his costume design is just so ugly. Like, oh, what the fuck is that? He's just wearing goggles and like latex. Like, oh man, this shit is kind of whack, dude. I personally feel like he is a character who can contest all the time, and when he's in heat, you're playing a 2D game now. You can't sidestep him. But like, what's so scary about him? He doesn't have any good lows in general, and when he does do a low, he's like minus, right? So it's not bad, but at the same time, it's okay because you have to respect his lows because he could do while standing 3. I think while standing 3 is good because he can contest you if you heat burst on him. Like pretty much anytime he's crouching, he can just do 3-3, and it's a solid mix-up, and it does a lot of damage. So Lee's good. Lee has a lot of damage too. Tech traps at the wall. He's good. He has no swag. That's it. Now next character, Fahk, right? I will say this: I do not own DLC Wave 2, so I don't know frame data on Fahk, Anna, Miary, or Armor King. I don't know shit. I just play the game. I don't even fight them or rematch them really, because I don't know what the fuck they do. Maybe Anna is probably the only one I would rematch. I did rematch them sometimes, but most of the times I wouldn't do it because I just don't know what they do. And this shit just doesn't feel fun when you're like, I'm just blocking and I don't know if I could punish or not. You know what I mean? That's just not cool. And doing replay match without DLC characters is so dog shit, bro.
Yeah.
Why can't they just let you play the fucking character? This shit's so dumb. Anyways, now Fahk, I think the thing that he has going for him is really good range. Like, really good range. Lars struggles getting in, but once he gets in, Fahk kind of struggles. That's it. I think he still has everything though. Like, mix-ups are really strong. Punishing is pretty strong. It's just that he occasionally is risky with lows, and sometimes with his mix-ups kind of risky. But he has everything you need, and if you can play at range 2.5 or range 3, you are in good hands with Fahk. You can't lose with this motherfucker. He's so cheap. That motherfucker is cheap, in my opinion. Okay, now next character, Miary. I've said this before. Miary is just a better Azucena. But the thing that she does better than Azucena is she has better neutral control, and I think she has a little bit better movement than her just because she has like very good, I don't know, there's something about her sidestepping that is like very crazy, and her down forward too is really strong, even though it's like kind of short. Now here's the thing that I think is really broken about Miary, is up 3 with the fucking spinning tail move. That shit is too strong, and it hits a like this gigantic range. I don't know how you can punish that move. It's too hard to punish. The only thing that I think is really hard about Miary is that she's kind of like Azucena, where she loses her turn, but in a way I feel like she is too safe in general. She's not like Azucena where she's risking a lot. She's just hella safe in neutral. It's like I don't have to do much. I could just like do that tail sweep, which is like, I think it's like sidestep 4, and that's it. And you just have to sit there and deal with it. So it's good. I think the other thing that she has that is just, it's just too good, is that I think it's against Lars only. I don't know if it's called up back 1 or down back 1+2, but it's her horn move with the ogre horns. That dodges a lot of Lars's highs. I don't know how, but it does, and that shit sucks. Okay, that shit sucks. I think that move is good though. Anyways. Next character, Armor King.
What the fuck?
Armor King feels the same. Armor King kind of feels, I wouldn't say he feels the same as Tekken 7, but when I ran into people who played against him, they kind of just played like a Tekken 7 Armor King would, which is like, I'm just gonna sit back and poke with you. I think forward 2 is okay. It's like a good counter hit tool, good mid tool, but it's like he just loses to sidestep right, which is typical in a Tekken 7 match. I think the only thing that is just kind of like, I don't know if it's because the players suck, but it just feels like when you fight against Armor King, it just feels like whoever whiffs first just dies. That's it. That's the game with Armor King, and he has good range control because he has 4-2-1. But in general, as long as you sidestep right, you pretty much beat everything he could do. So that's all I can say about Armor King. He still has too much damage though. That's it. A lot of damage. His Oki is okay, but it's not as good as King's. That's it. Now next character. Oh my god. Ling. My god. Did yours make everyone respect her name, bro? Like, he played Ling in a way that I don't think anyone has ever seen before. His movement was just so weird. that no one knew anything about. Like, oh shit, I'm panicking. I've never seen shit like this before. So is it Yorge or Yo Reds, whatever the fuck it is? It's so crazy. I think the way that he played was just so nice. It's just like, man, he really shit on people because they have never seen this Ling style before. He is the creator of this weird ass Ling style, you know. Anyways, anytime I would say that you watched him play, I think that Ling has to do too much work in poking. Okay, too much work in poking, and back one saved his ass too much. Back one is too OP for Ling. I think that's one thing that is everyone can agree. Back one is too OP. Now this is just me. I personally feel that they need to buff Ling's heat smash. Okay. If she hits you with the heat smash and has to do a 50-50 after, I think that shit sucks. I think it should just be like, I guess this could be a nerf, but like if it hits you, you like either wall splat or hit the floor, one or the other. But if she just gets a 50-50 afterwards, it kind of sucks. Okay, I think it kind of fucking sucks. So I think Ling, you do have to play her game in general if you are fighting her. But if you know how to play her game, she has to work too hard. But overall, it's still her game when you fight against a Ling player. So S-. The next characters are the bears. Okay, bears, in my opinion, feel like Ling, where you do have to play their game because back forward 2 or 1 or whatever the fuck it is too strong. I don't know what the move is. It's a counter hit launcher and it's a high. You kind of have to play their game. And the fact that no one really plays them means every time you face them, it's like kind of like a knowledge check. You have to do different combos. You have to fight in their game style. So if you don't know how to fight their game, you kind of lose. And they have free get out of my face cards. Back 1, forward 1/1/1. So I think bears are kind of like Ling, but dangerous, much more dangerous, and too much damage. Much more dangerous. That's it. Now we're gonna go to S, right? Strong. These characters, I think they're just strong. That's it. Just very strong. They're solid. Okay, they're solid. Not really much weakness. I think Feng is a bitch character, but I was kind of thinking Feng should be S-, but I'm gonna put him at S, just because
it's so cheap.
I feel that anytime I fight a Feng, it's either they are a good player who know how to use pokes, or just some trash character or trash player who gets carried by his tool set. Okay, that's how I feel. Fighting against God Fangs was a mix-up. Either they're really good or they're really bad. That's how I personally feel. I think their nerfing to the back 4 kind of did a lot. So you could just duck jab after that, and you can annoy a lot of Feng's player with duck jab after back 4. But other than that, Feng just kind of feels like Feng. He still has like cheap down forward 3, sidestep, like hell sweep. I don't know. It's a mixed bag. If you just know how to play against Feng, I think you'll do okay. That's the best thing I could say. Feng is just Feng. But it really depends if the player is good or not. That makes Feng a rough matchup.
This game is so good,
Now next character, Raven. I think Raven is a bitch character. I was playing against Machine Gun Wizzy, I think was his name. And he was just doing neutral 3-3. I think that's the move. It's a mid-high or mid-mid. You can't duck it. And he has a follow-up with 3-3 forward or some shit like that. And you can't sidestep that. As Lars, I was trying to sidestep that shit. That shit kept hitting me. I was like, what the fuck? I didn't lab it. Someone should lab it. I don't know if you can sidestep that. But I think Raven is still too hard of a character where his mix-ups are just too solid. Even if he gets you on block and goes into a mix-up, it's still too solid. Like his parry, his back sway stuff, his hell sweep from like back turn range 5 is too strong. They need to nerf his range somewhat, in my opinion, and that might make him a bit more balanced. I think he's too strong, too safe, and overall, like homing, everything homing. It's weird. I think they should nerf some shit for Raven. That's it. Now I think next character, Hwoarang. He is kind of the same thing where he is too safe. He has options for everything. So you have to, it's a knowledge game. And he still has scrubby shit too with like back 4, back 1, armor moves, like his armor 2-hit kick. I don't know what it is. Left flamingo homing kick. He has the best homing moves too, in my opinion, right? and he just has to play the turtling bitch ass move where you do one thing, he can back 3 you. That shit's not fun, dude. I think Hwoarang is just too strong. And in Heat, counter hit, I-10 moves, bro. Respect that shit. So, oh, also one thing. I think Hwoarang, they need to nerf his wall carry, because why is it on par or slightly better than Lars, dude? It feels so crazy, and then he gets like crazy Oki every time he does it. I think that shit's kind of dumb. That's it. I think that's dumb. Now, next character. I think Reina, right? Reina is still a character that I feel is really, really, really underutilized. That will only get better as the game grows. I still feel that she has everything that no one has explored yet. I still think her parries, I don't know, man. There's just so much hidden tech that I just feel like she can unlock, but no one has yet been able to do it yet. That's it. 442 is still cheap, and I think her lows are still good, even though they're like not that good, quote unquote, and they're minus. I think she has enough to do like okay on everything because of that. I don't know, man. She just feels really complete. That's all I could say. Very complete. I think she's still underutilized. That's all. Now next character, Jun. Why was no one playing her at TWT? I thought that she was really good. I didn't watch much of LCQ. I don't know if there were any Juns, but I thought she was still very cheap. That I think people should play. Like, her mix-ups are safe. She's safe on all her mids. Good parry, can, everything. I just don't know where Juns are. When I was getting to GoD1, I didn't see any Jun players at all. It's really weird. I don't know where they are. But Jun, I think is still good. Good punishment, mix up. You have to respect her and play with, like, you just can't mash. You can't mash on your plus range. You gotta be careful. Anyways, next character, Nina. Okay, Nina is sort of like in the same boat as Feng, where I feel like she's really solid, but it depends on the player when you fight them that they're good or bad.
You just don't remember it.
I just don't know, man. Like most Nina players just be doing down forward 1 into sidestep, and then they just like, okay, I lost my turn and I don't know what to do now. So I don't know. I just haven't felt that I fought like a Nina player who's good and knows what the fuck they're doing. I don't know why, but Nina is my highest win rate character that I fight against, and I feel like it's personally a really tough matchup for Lars. It's personally a very tough matchup for Lars because she's really safe, but I don't know. It's just I just think it's the players that I fight against that are just not that good with her because she's so cheap that it's like just typical Nina flowcharts. If you could beat that, you win. That's it. Now next character, right? Jin. Jin is too strong still. I think 2-1 is too good. I think he still has strings and everything. His stances are very strong. This motherfucker got everything because he's the poster boy. That's it. I don't know why his heat smash still wall splats. They need to nerf that. I think the only weakness that Jin has is that sometimes his poking in close range sucks, which is typical Tekken 7 shit. Sometimes he does down forward 1 or something in the close-up neutral, and he just whiffs. That's his only weakness. But other than that motherfucker is solid, man. Alright, now Asuka. I think Asuka's cheap still, right? Everyone agrees Asuka's cheap. She just dies when she risks the wrong thing, or if you have a good read. But she's just 2+, and she doesn't let you sidestep her, so it's like, what the fuck? Asuka's just a bitch character. That's it. Alright, next character, Dragunov. I think Dragunov is still like, I don't know how else I could say this other than like he's really strong, but no one uses him because it's kind of like he fell from grace. It's kind of like when what did Kanye say? Kanye was like, don't leave while you're hot. Well, I guess he didn't leave, but it's kind of like, you know how Mace was like on the top of his game and then he left to become a pastor? It's kind of like that with Dragunov. Like Dragunov was the hot shit, and then he just got slightly nerfed, and people just all of a sudden don't give a fuck about him no more. Like, it's good, you know, if Mace feels like being a pastor is his calling, and that's the shit that he's rocking with, yeah, man, let him rock that shit, you know. But not a lot of people would be like, man, I fuck with Mace because he's a pastor. A lot of people are like, man, I only fucked with Mace when he was like an artist. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like that with Dragunov. Like Dragunov is still like a good character. It's just that he just wasn't like he was before. But he's still overwhelming. He's still very strong. I still think Pigeon Roll is cheap, bro. Pigeon Roll is fucking cheap. So I don't know. I think everyone could still use drag. That motherfucker is cheap. The next character, right, is Shaheen. I think Shaheen is kind of in the same boat as Lee, but he has better tools, better everything. He literally just has like good down forward twos, punishments, hop kick, everything. Down forward one. He just has no sauce. That's the only thing with Shaheen. He has no sauce, no swag. No players will play him because of that. That's the only thing with Shaheen. Our next character is Jack, right? I think Jack is still too strong. I just hate his armor move. And did you guys know that he can punish a while standing 11? I mean, so if he is crouching and he has to do a while standing 11 punish, he could just heat smash you. And that's his punish. That shit's cheap, bro. That's a 10 frame, 50 damage. Like while standing for punish. So if you are like at the precipice of getting killed, like you guys are like, you know, you might be like 50 HP and this Jack is like 10 HP and you're like, damn, maybe let me just do a low that's minus 12. If he blocks that and he's in heat and he does heat smash, you die. So I feel like with Jack, he is one of the characters where you have to play super safe even if he is like, what is it? Even if he's like low on HP, he just does so much damage this game, which is fucking insane. You know, even his throws at the wall do so much damage because that leads to like an 80, 90 damage wall combo. It's kind of dumb. Anyways, next character, Law. I think Law is just so good. I think his poking is too good. His conditioning is so good. His counter hit tools are so good. Like this motherfucker got everything, bro. Like only top players play this motherfucker, right? I think it's like Ninja Killer is the only one and Manga who is like doing super well as a Law player with him. And like Ninja Killer is number 1 on the leaderboards with fucking Law. And Manga is like second place with TWT with Law. Like that shit should just show you how good he is. Here's the thing about Law. Law is so good that it's a mixed bag. Like it could be those crazy Law players who do down 2-3 while standing 4-3 plus 4, like crazy Law shit that's counter hit launching, or they could be super safe poking Laws, right? So it's a mixed bag of players, but there's so many play styles that you have to like think about whenever you play against these motherfuckers, right? If you think about, oh, I'm gonna play against like a poking Law who's like really safe, really good and shit, all of a sudden he's gonna do like down 2-3 out of his ass and just blow you up for it because you're like, oh shit, I forgot he could do that because of his playstyle, you know. So I think Law is just so flexible. He has everything he could do to like fuck you up, you know. Law's really good. Our next character is Leroy, right? I think it was so cool that Breadman played Leroy and he stuck to that shit to the end because Leroy is so underutilized. I think he showed just how good Leroy is. Leroy is so underutilized. I've said this before. He has every tool that you fucking need. The only thing he really sucks at is that his neutral doesn't have any good lows other than sidestep forward, right? In my opinion. But he has like everything. He has so much elements of surprises. You're like, should I whiff punish that? You whiff punish that, and he like does back 2 and parries your ass, and he fucks you up for it. And he still has his fucking walking cane, man. That shit's good. I just feel like Leroy is still really underutilized, but the only people that I could think that is really showcasing the best Leroy is Dustiel and literally Breadman. Breadman showcased the world like, look at how good fucking Leroy is. And I think the thing is, a lot of people just didn't expect Leroy. That's it. I don't know where all the Leroy players are, but Leroy players, like, I don't know. I fought a good Leroy. I hate that I didn't record it. Maybe I'll go back and record it and show here. But man, that shit was just like, I still think fighting Leroy as Lars, it's kind of like you have to kind of play like a Yoshi, because you just got to be careful with his parries, you know. He does avoid a lot of 50-50s because of his parries, you know. I just think it's good. It's good. Now, next character is Lili. I think Lili's sidestep in itself is like, it sounds stupid to say, is a parry. You just can't do typical flow chart shit with against other characters against her, because she could sidestep that. Like as Lars, you literally can't do typical shit that you do against this bitch, you know? She just sidesteps that, blows your ass up for it. You try to do a mid check, she blows your ass up for it. After like a while running 3, let me try to down forward 1. That just to mid check. She could blow your ass up for it. It's fucking crazy, dude. So I think Lili is just like a whole new character you have to fight against, and you have to just be too delicate in your timing against her. That's it. Now next character is Steve. Steve is a bitch character too. I think I never thought about how bad of a character Steve was until you get to like near higher ranks, and people from like GoD1, GoD2, and sometimes GoD1 players demote to God, right? So you're fighting like all these random like top tier Steve players. They are using his evasiveness all the fucking time. And as Lars, you just can't, like, you can't do shit against it. It just avoids all your 50-50s, all your mid checks, and this motherfucker is just too safe. It's just insane. And he will always, like, outspeed you, no matter what. Always outspeed you, always be able to contest you at any time. His, like, what, his only weakness is like, oh, well, I can't launch you in neutral, but, like, who gives a fuck, man? He's so fucking cheap, bro. And he will always outspeed you, so you're like, oh shit, I don't even know what to do at this point. And he just eat your ass up, dude. He sucks. I think Steve's too strong. Anyways, now we're gonna go to S plus, right? This is like the top tier. I think they're too overpowered, and they need to like do something very bad about these characters, right? Now the first one is Clive. I think that Clive is like one of those characters that is just too much of everything. He has good stances, good punishment, good damage, good poking, like everything, good homing, counter hits. Like, what the fuck, dude? They injected this guy with like fucking everything, dude. He's too strong. They're like, oh yeah, we're gonna make sure that he doesn't have anything good up neutral, but he does. He has a parry. He has good jabs. His sword is like, you can't parry that shit. He's like at most -12. It's like, I don't know, bro. This shit is feeling cheap, bro. And he is just too visually cluttering with his fucking, you know, heat smash Ifrit mode with like fucking flames everywhere. Like, that shit's not fun to fight against, bro. I don't like it. Fuck Clive, dude. Fuck Clive. Anyways, next character, Alisa. Right? I think Alisa is like the character with the second best sidestep after Lili, but here's the thing. I was surprised that because she had the second best sidestep and like she's like really corny and cheesy, no one played her at TWT. I feel like if Chanel was there, he would be able to showcase like a top tier Alisa that no one has ever seen. I don't know if his name was DeWood. DeWood was like a really good Alisa player. I don't even remember if that's his full name, but I think Chanel is like usually the Alisa player that I think everyone probably looks after, because he's like a specialist, you know what I mean? I don't know about DeWood because I haven't seen much, but all I know is he's an Alisa player. Now here's the thing about Alisa, right? She is corny as fuck, and she could play at like range 3, and it's just too hard to go in and like fight her because she has all these cheap ass homing moves that are safe, heat engagers, and chainsaw is too strong, chip damage everywhere. So I don't know. Alisa is just like corny. That's it. That's the best way I can say. Corny and too strong. Now next character, Yoshi. Okay, iMusician versus Dajon. Man, I wish iMusician won that shit, bro. Like, he showcased how good Yoshi was, like in neutral, like everything. You know, like I think Yoshi has everything, and Flash is just what is so scary. You know, Flash is just so good, dude. I mean, like, I don't know, man. It's just Yoshi, bro. He just beats all your 50-50s, and you have to put respect on his fucking name. Like, the John couldn't play corny shit. He had to put respect because it's a fucking Yoshi, bro. Like, that shit was crazy. It's just like, damn. okay, I'll calm the fuck down. You know what I mean? But yeah, I think Yoshi. Personally, I think Yoshi has no weaknesses. But a lot of Yoshi players would be like, "Well, Yoshi doesn't have any good lows." But I think his lows is like mitigated because he has flash. So you have to kind of respect it in a certain way, right? That's what I think. Now next character. Oh yeah, and he, you know, while spotting heat smash, that's like almost tracking, I would say, right? Now next character is Zafina. I think Arslan used her one time, and against it was like King Ray Jr. or like someone. Is it like Abasi Dababi, whatever? I don't know his name. But he pulled up Zafina one time. I think maybe it was against Yords, but Yords just like, or whoever he was facing, just couldn't do anything. Like I've said this before, but Zafina is a character that just like says no interaction whatsoever. Like you just can't do anything. Her stance mix-ups are too strong, and her mids are too safe, and she's just 2+, dude. Like, why does she have a range 3 move where it's either homing mid or homing high, and it's plus that goes into stance, then you have to just sit there. It's kind of like Lars while running 1, but like her follow-ups after that is way more overpowered than Lars is, because you literally can't interact with it. You can't heat engage, you can't heat burst anything she does. You could do that on Lars though, so, and you could rage art, right? So that's the difference. But I feel like against Zafina, it's really like no interaction whatsoever, and it's fucking crazy, dude. And string mind games. I think her string mind games is so dumb, dude. I don't know what else. I think she just is a character where you just really can't do much. That's all I can say, other than like, I don't know, occasionally if you get your game started, she just doesn't really have much to do other than a parry. But even then, her parry is very strong. She gets like 50 damage with her install. I don't know what weaknesses she really has other than like no good like quote unquote neutral punish, or like 15 frame punish, whatever. I don't know. I just think she's too good. She's too good. Now I think Leo is the next character that I was really surprised no one used at TWT. Yeah. Leo is a character that has everything too, and I don't know why no one used her. Like Ayo Richie talks about how broken she is, and I didn't even know that she was that broken until Ayo Richie said it. I don't remember what else he said, but all I know is that whenever I fight her, it's rough, bro. It's so rough. It's like she has all these strings, you can't interrupt, you have to just sit there and eat it and lose chip damage. Like, that shit's cheap, and her stances are too good. I don't know, man. Just go watch Ayo Richie's video and he'll explain how cheap she is. I just felt that she's cheap. Lars hasn't been able to sidestep her since like forever. I don't know if he could sidestep in Tekken 6, but Tekken 7, he couldn't do shit. And it was like a 9-1 matchup. I mean, dude, this motherfucking character has like a while standing 11 heat smash, dude. Like, Lars literally can't do anything. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how you lose with this character. This character's cheap. Cheap. Now, next character, right? Now, I think this is like definitely like top 5. Top 5 for sure, right? The 5th character. I don't know in what order, but King is definitely in top 5, okay? Down forward 2 is just too cheap. Down forward 2-1 is just too cheap. They need to nerf it where if it hits you, all he gets is like an elbow, like a down 2 afterwards. He should not be able to get any follow-up, like a down 2 and an alley kick. And just call it there. Just call it there. No more. His Oki is too strong. I think his armor moves, I don't know how many times you saw it, but the John was just do fucking cheap-ass armor moves like left and right. Because what can you do? He's like, I could do it. You can't do anything about it. He is one of those cheap characters that still retain like Season 1 Tekken 8 properties, armored properties, where even if I activate my armor and I hit you back, I can regain all my health and gain heat. So, you know, there are characters like that, like Steve too, right? That's why I think Steve is like almost S+, but he's S. He's just S. King is cheap because of that, dude. I think they just need to nerf him. Make sure that he just doesn't do that much damage, and he relies more on like throws than combos or some shit. But I don't know, dude. I don't think it's possible. I still think that they need to nerf his throws, bro. Homing throws in heat that do like 50+ damage. Get that shit out of here. Okay. Now, next character is Lidia. Okay, now occasionally back then I had Lidia at S, but I think the fact that, you know, if you play against Lidia in ranked, there's just really nothing you can do. Like, you block and you're minus 50 HP. I think that should tell you just how strong Lidia is. Like, I think if you're losing with Lidia, you might not have any skill in this character, bro. I think they said that they are gonna nerf her in the gameplay that they showed in season 3, but I don't know. I don't remember if there was. I just remember LowHigh had to make a really tough call out. Do I duck if she's doing a homing high that leads into another follow-up if she hits you? That's so cheap, dude. A homing high that leads into a mix-up, or like a guaranteed hit into stance that does like 40 damage. It's fucking cheap, dude. Anyways, yeah, like LowHigh made a big call out. Like, damn, I had to really make a hard read and duck this then while standing one Punisher Bryan against like Farzine. That shit's crazy. But I think Lidia is kind of like a character where it just doesn't make sense where you block and you lose like half your health. I think that shit's weird. And it's all mids, so you can't sidestep that shit too. Anyways, next character is Anna. I think Anna, man, like, I need to get DLC so I could see her frame data, but personally I just feel that like she's one of these characters where I personally feel is just, I don't know, man. It feels like it's Tekken 7. Like, of course, oh my god, it's just, you know, we're trying to make the same character, but how should I say this? She's just so jab heavy. Like, she's just so jab heavy that you can't really sidestep her, and then her crouching one or whatever the fuck it is, you can't sidestep that too. So I think she's just one of those characters where you have to just sit there and deal with string mind games. I mean, I don't know how to explain this, but it's kind of like fighting Anna is kind of like gambling, right? It's fun. I'm just joking. I don't know. Fighting Anna's is like, it's a fun challenge in my opinion against Lars, because Lars is pretty bad, and when you beat Anna, damn, that shit feel tight, bro. But yeah, watching people fight against Anna is not fun, because it looks like it's always her turn, and there's like random fucking bazookas. It's like, what the fuck? That's all. I'm just saying, if you're blocking a bazooka, how the fuck are you just -9? You know what I mean? It's a fucking bazooka. That shit exploded in your face and on your arms, and you're like, I'm okay. I'm gonna walk it off. It's my turn now. That shit just, it's like, where's the logic? Where's the logic in this character design? Anyways, next character. Claudio. Okay, now we're getting to like the last two characters, right? Claudio, I think, is definitely like top 2 somewhere, or even, yeah, probably top 2. I think Claudio, I've said this in the last tier list, is Feng from Tekken 7. Best pokes. He has everything. Good damage, plus frames, homing mids. The motherfucker cheap, bro. And good string mind games. Like, am I gonna use it unblockable? Am I not? Like, I don't know what else I could say. Claudio's good. I just don't know why they gave him like, what's that move? Is it up to, up back to? It's that one that's a heat engager and then forces you to crouch. I don't know why they gave him that. I hope that they nerf it next season. I think that move needs to be like -3, not crouching though, -3 or something, like not crouching. I mean, even -3 not crouching is still pretty good. Like, I would just spam that shit all fucking day, and it's a heat engager. Yeah, I do it all fucking day. Maybe they just need to remove the heat property from that. I don't know, man, but they need to make sure that Claudio is not as overwhelming, and I think it's really cheap that he could just do like his dick jab afterwards. And you can't like parry that shit, you know what I mean? I don't know. You can parry the first hit, I believe, but you can't parry the second hit. I don't know, man. It's shit is, he's too good. He's too good. And down back 1+2, too strong. Too strong. Get that shit out of here. Get that shit out of here. Dude, I've been saying this from like season 1. I said that this shit is too strong, bro. This shit is like a parry pretty much. It deletes mids, highs. It's so good. And in heat, that shit's a fucking launcher, bro. It's like, even if you don't have heat, throw that bitch out, man. A counter hit launcher is just so cheap. -12 at most. And it's a parry. Fucking parry. Anyways, next character. Top 1. Bryan. Okay? I've said Bryan has always been a 9-1 matchup against Lars. I don't understand how all these other Lars players do so well against him. I can't believe this, but I didn't know that there was a way that you could look at other Lars players like lists, like, you know, their stats and shit. And I didn't figure this out until I got back into Tekken, just like, what is it, since like I said, like, was it January 25th? I thought that shit was cool. I want to go look at like mashup knowledge. I don't know how people are doing so good against like Bryan, but I guess it's a skill issue for me. But Bryan is just like too strong, dude. They have such high win rates, like all the other Lars I'm checking, but I have like such a low win rate against Bryan. I just don't get it. Bryan is just too safe. He has contesting tools while standing 3 all the time. He even has like that full crouch, northern cross shit. That shit's too strong. And like he could sidestep, quarter circle back 1, and you just die for that shit, bro. I don't get it. And quarter circle forward 1+2 dodges highs 2. It's like, oh my god, the taunt game. I think they just need a nerf taunt so he's like at most +14. There is just no need for him to be able to do heat smash afterwards. I don't even know how fast his heat smash is, but he's at most can only do taunt jet upper. I think that shit would be okay. He just has too much of everything, like guard breaks, damage, counter hit, good lows. Lars can't sidestep after back 1 and to hatchet kick for some fucking reason. Like, dude, I don't know. I think the other thing that proves just how broken Bryan is that, okay, there was a Korean tournament that LowHigh also won, but I forgot what it was called. It's a Korean tournament only, top Korean players only. It was LowHigh versus Knee in the finals. All they did was use his 1-2 string, dude. His 10 frame string. Am I gonna do 1-2-1 or 1-2-4 or 1-2-3? And that was all they fucking did. And that was apparently top tier gameplay. Like, dude, the motherfucker is cheap, man. They need to nerf this shit, dude. I think the other thing they need to nerf is the snake parry. The snake eyes parry, get rid of that, dude. It's too strong. Too strong, man. Too strong. They have a lot of work to do for Bryan. Anyways, this is the overall tier list before season 3 comes out. I can't believe that I got to GoD1. I mean, GoD1 was pretty easy. I was surprised, but I don't know, man. I just think it's surprising because personally, this is just me talking and my Tekken journey, okay? I mean, I think I could easily get to GoD2 if I was playing for a long time. Like if I never took like a, I don't know if it was like a 7-month gap or a 5-month gap, but it was just like, man, I don't know, bro. Like playing now after this 5-month gap, seeing people in God of Destruction is a mixed bag. Occasionally, I'm like, okay, I can party on these people and they can party on me, but as soon as I like stopped playing that, when I came back, I stopped this party mindset and just played like solid Tekken. I was able to beat everyone like left and right. Like that shit was fucking crazy to me, dude. Like I was able to get like win rates of up to like 65 or 67, 67. Like I don't know, just really high win rates. That's like, you know, that's much more positive than negative, and that's what it's like. And I just got a GoD1 like really fast. I was like, damn, that's crazy, because I was like literally borderline getting to God, was it Supreme and Destruction, God of Destruction. So I started at borderline there, and I climbed all the way up to GoD1 in like an instant. As soon as I stopped fucking partying around and shit, I was just like, wow, like this shit's fucking easy, bro. Like I can't believe that shit. Like I don't know. And then some gods are like partying out here, like they don't give a shit. You know what I mean? It's like such a mixed bag. Just play solid and you'll get up there. But here's one thing. I don't think I'm going to get to GoD2 because Season 3 is going to come out in like 1 month. And here's the thing. I don't understand. It's like, okay, it's cool that you get GoD2, but you're pretty much just playing with like, you know, diminishing returns. It just doesn't make sense. Like, I understand that it's a challenge, but imagine playing diminishing returns when there's like barely anyone online, right? So it's just like, it's not fun. And the thing that I noticed that when you hit GoD1 is that the player base kind of just like dies out there. You can't find anyone in quick match. No one wants to fight you and play, what is it, the fucking lobbies. It's like, man, what fucking is there to play in GoD1, bro? This shit fucking sucks. I think when you hit like GoD1 and above, you should be able to do infinite rematching. Like there's just no way in hell that you could be playing normally in GoD1. Like this shit is just atrocious, bro. It's atrocious. I don't know, GoD1, I mean, or getting to GoD2, I think I could do it, but it's kind of like Neo 3's coming out. Who cares about that? Anyways, yeah, so this is just the tier list. I think before season 3, there are some changes from the last tier list. So there's like a few updates since then. Like I was on what version 2.02, and then Fahk came out, Miary came out, AK came out. So yeah, this is where we are. This is the tier list. You know, from a Wi-Fi GoD1 Lars, dude, just play solid, man. That's my advice. If you want to get to GoD1 and above, just play solid, man. Yeah, this is it. Anyways, thanks for watching. If you think that this tier list sucks ass, hey man, that's my fucking tier list, bro. Watch what the fuck you're saying. Anyways, give a comment, man. I don't care. I like talking to people. I like talking to like people about Tekken. Like, dude, I hate that I like enjoyed this, you know, fucking Tekken so much. Okay, Tekken season 3 is a make or break. Here's the thing that I'm also thinking. In the future of Tekken season 3, Tekken 8 season 3, it is make or break, because they said, okay, we don't know what we're doing, give us feedback and we will navigate it towards your way. So this really proves that they are also begging you to play Tekken. Okay, that's all I'm saying, dude. I made some really good Tekken suggestions for Lars, that, you know, he still struggles from Tekken 7. I think I'll just have to make another Tekken throwback video or some shit like that and just explain like, hey man, this is what Lars needs. Anyways, thank you for watching. This has been 1 hour and about 11 minutes. If you've been here this whole time, thanks. Anyways, that's all, man. Skirt.